What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is GamerGenusTV with me, Ildris. I hope you're doing well today. I am doing fantastic. I just finished watching the WCS EU. Absolutely amazing start to finish. The grand finals just ended about an hour ago. Congratulations to the winner. If you have not seen it, I'm not going to spoil it for you. Go check out the VODs at Twitch TV. I think it's slash WCS Europe, I believe is what it is. Just hit that in the search bar, hit the enter button, watch the VODs, and enjoy it as well. I also want to note before moving on that I am currently working on some more Total War Empire, the Warpath campaign. That's actually been one of the most watched and most requested videos that I've had. So you guys want it, I'm bringing it to you, absolutely. That's going to be coming soon. I am also going to be doing some XCOM Enemy Unknown, and I am currently working on a game, a 2D RPG with RPG Maker DX Ace. And ZvZ, you will be the first to get that up on YouTube. Absolutely, my man. You got it. And let's see if it's allowed on YouTube. It's mildly vulgar, so we'll see how that goes. However, for right now, we have StarCraft 2 action. I am bringing it to you. You guys are going to love this. I have for you a ZvZ game. Let's start it up. And in the bottom left-hand corner of this very strange map, which I will go over in a moment, we have Bacon's Archon, whom you have seen on this channel many times, I'm sure. And in the top right-hand corner, we have Bacon's Stark. Now, you may recognize this name as well, because I did do a Team League kind of matchup covering of this clan's thing, where they did the thing and all these things happened. Anyway, it was like the GSTL, and it was squashed in between one team. They kind of fought it out. So, you may have seen Stark from that. Anyway, we've got this ZvZ happening on, I believe this map is called Frost. It is from the Team Liquid map contest from a while back. And it's a very interesting map. It looks like it's probably a four spawn map, but likely cross only. We do have this kind of open area of the main, but there's not a lot of dead space along the edges, so there's not a lot of room for drops and things of that nature. Maybe like mute or harass is a little bit more difficult on a map like this. And you can see the cliffs are pretty damn high. I believe that's 2 spots, so Reapers aren't going to be able to jump up in from there. They would have to go into the natural and then up into the main. But we also have, what I saw is a very different kind of third base option. You have one right here, which comes in, let's see, where does it go? You would come in down through here to get to the natural, or you can take, wait, I'm confused. I messed that up. Okay, so there's the natural, and then you can go down this ramp. Here it is, down this ramp to take this third, or you can go down this ramp here from the natural to get to this third. So it's a very open map as well. The ramps seem to be fairly wide, so force fields and things of that nature aren't as good on this map. And stylistically, it's a very pretty map. That's for sure. Frozen mountaintops everywhere. But we do have 2 watchtowers in the center of the map, covering each of the attack paths between the cross positions. So controlling these watchtowers will be fairly important in this map. But onto the game, we did see, if you were paying attention to the production tab, you saw that both Archon and Stark are doing almost identical builds, with Stark just being ahead slightly in it, going pool at 15 and then hatch, I believe, at 16, and then taking gas after that. Let's see, both players are still doing pretty much identical builds getting speed up. And you will likely see some speedlings into banelings, and then a switch into further tech from there. Whether that be roaches into roach hydra or mutalisks. Okay, so very interesting map and a very intriguing matchup between master and student here. And we actually, that one Ling did get at least one kill I saw right there. Let's see. Workers, he picked off 2. So we do have the Baneling Nest going down for Archon. This is the first divergence we've seen. Archon's going to be making 10 Lings, whereas those same larvae for Stark went into drones. So Archon's playing a little more safe here. He's trying to protect his natural from those the Lings that Stark was getting in and picking off workers with. And that's always really annoying. But we do see Stark going into the roach. Oh wow. Okay, so this is very different. Getting burrow before lair. Yeah, there's no lair. Oh, and this overlord's gonna get picked off. This queen's gonna be able to catch up to it. Wow, they have the long range. Okay, so down goes the queen. That's extremely annoying for Archon as well. He's going to be slightly supply blocked here. And you see that he is going up to lair. He's also getting his roach warren. Just started up over here. Stark just finished his own roach warren. He's getting +1 on the way. And the really intriguing thing is this burrow upgrade even before lair. We should see a lair coming down here shortly. Okay, there it is. Yeah. So that's a little bit of an odd opening for Stark, picking up that burrow upgrade before his lair. So he may be looking to get some kind of cute micro done with that. Maybe even looking to pick up the roach upgrade so that they can move while burrowed and getting some roach hit squad action going. We see Stark taking his 3rd already. He's feeling pretty safe. He's got Archon just kind of poking at him now and then, keeping him on his side of the map, and trying to make him play defensively while he takes this 3rd base. And we also saw, of course, the double evolution chamber going down for Stark, so he's going to be getting those upgrades out pretty quickly. And the 2nd Evo going down for Archon now. And he's going to keep a few banelings and a round of lings back, just for defense, just to make sure he's not completely killed off. And we've got the macro hatch coming down for Archon as well to get the larva production, so that he can actually spend all of this money he's making. All the money, 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 money. Okay, so we have glial reconstitution coming in. Also, overlord speed is coming as well. So a lot of tech choices coming down for Stark early on. A whole lot actually, getting +1/+1. Roach speed, overlord speed, and burrow. So that's pretty interesting. And then we've got Archon picking up roach speed as well. His +1/+1 is also on the way, as well as his 3rd base. We should see maybe a push out. We do have a number of roaches being produced from Stark here, so this many roaches, you're likely going to see him push out and maybe try and get some damage done with these instead of just leaving them home. That's a bit much for defense. It looks like he's going to be trying to hit with +1 armor and roach speed at the same time. He's going to try a little timing attack here. He's also morphing in an overseer, just to be sure. Archon's getting his own overlord speed, roach speed, and +1 on the way. It's going to be the +1 attack upgrade of Archon versus the +1 armor of Stark. Who's going to win? Oh, and Archon has such a small force. He has only 5 roaches here, plus a little handful of lings against all these roaches. Oh my god, and Stark's actually being forced back from this. I feel like he could just push forward, although the reinforcements do arrive. And that burrow upgrade coming to effect. But oh no, Archon has his own overseer over here. These roaches are getting picked off while being burrowed. Oh, and more reinforcements pouring in for Archon. Stark is going to be forced to push back from here. He cannot continue to push down this ramp into that many roaches. A little bit unfortunate for Stark there. He's unable to capitalize on that early burrow research. And Archon is able to push him back without having to invest as much into roaches, although his own roach force does build up really quickly after that fight. And maybe even he would have liked to put some of those into drones rather than the roaches, but that attack from Stark could have easily kept coming. And it looks like the upgrades do complete for Archon. He is already moving on to 2-2, while wow, we're seeing Swarm Host Locust research being upgraded as well as Hive coming down. Hydras are on the way already for Stark, while the Hydra Den for Archon isn't quite finished yet. They will be coming very shortly though. His 2-2 should finish before Stark's, however. He hasn't quite started it yet. Well, his +2 armor, rather, will be behind. Hive is coming down much sooner though, so 3-3 should finish before Archon. So there's a slight timing window right here for Archon to exploit, should he figure that out. And it looks like he is moving in one of these overlords to kind of get some scouting information. Will he see it? It's not moving in quite yet. That Locust upgrade is almost finished. We actually see some Swarm Host in ZvZ. The Groove Spines is almost done. Muscular Augments is soon to follow, I'm sure. And I know, rather, Archon loves his Hydras. They are a very, very good unit. They trade very efficiently against anything that's not AoE. This overlord is going to go down. Fourth bases are coming up for both our players. It looks like Stark is going to go ahead and start transferring some drones over to get his 8th gases picked up. Or maybe he's just looking for a few extra minerals. +3 does start for Stark, +2 armor. Could have been finished a little sooner, and +3/+3 could have came in. However, it's going to be a little bit later. Archon does finally get his infestation pit down, so we will find out very shortly whether the huge tech upgrades Stark invested in early on are going to pay off, or whether or not Archon's ability to keep his slow and steady is going to allow him to get the units out that he needs in order to push this force back, because that is a lot of Hydras, that is a lot of roaches to tank. This is a scary force, but look, Stark is going to come right into the spine wall, and Archon's army is going to come right in behind and from the side. He gets a wonderful position for this engagement. He's going to pick off so many units. Oh, this could be so bad. A concave coming down for Archon. He's going to push up the ramp, pushing this force all the way back. Oh my goodness, and then like a quarter of Stark's forces, the AI decides that the best way to go around this little area here is through Archon's army. That Dragoon AI is what just happened there. So Archon is he's smelling the blood here, and he wants to counterattack. He wants to get in there, and he wants to finish this right now. Will the Master fall to the student? And Stark sees this coming. He knows it's there. Oh, this could be bad. Archon's getting the better concave, but he is forced back. We are both on 2-2. We are on equal upgrades here. Oh, the Swarm Host finally popped, though. The Locusts are going to change this battle. The efficiency of the Locust coming out are going to absolutely change this battle. So Archon's forced to pull back. He's going to try and pick off a few of these Locusts. He knows there aren't that many, but every single unit that those Locusts kill is just a free win for Stark. I have never actually had to encounter this in my own games. I've never actually had to play against swarm hosts. I'm sure it is extremely annoying knowing that you're giving away units for every locust that you kill. There's one. Oh, that roach does actually manage to stay alive. Archon is finally moving up the hive, getting a few infestors out himself, while Stark is continuing to power out some of these swarm hosts. I'm not sure if he's just going to leave them here for defense or if he's actually going to try and be offensive with them. These locusts are getting free damage in. Oh, and the army moves in. Archon gets a great concave on him. He's going to force Stark back. Can he get in there and get on top of these swarm hosts? Picking those off would be huge. They are a big investment. One does go down. Oh, this Roach Hydra, I don't know. I think Stark might be able to push this back. The locusts are going to pop again very shortly. That's just more damage. Oh, another one does go down. Stark just has the reinforcement advantage here, and he is able to push this force back. Archon is forced to go home with his meager units left over. And we saw 18 roaches being powered out by Stark just to make sure that he doesn't die here due to any reinforcements. And then we see Archon doing the exact same while another 7 swarm hosts come out for Stark. So it looks like he is looking to be a little bit offensive with these. We see +3 armor coming down for both players, +3 attack just starting for Archon here. So Stark does hold the advantage in upgrades so far, and we do see that Roach Burrow, the Tunneling Claw, is actually coming down for Stark, so he may be still looking to get into a little bit of cute micro or some Roach hit squads, but oh no, those units were on just move command. A lot of them do get picked off. That fungal was amazing. These Roaches are going to go down free units. Oh, the swarm hosts do bury. Oh, these locusts are going to go down. There's not going to be that much to pick off from back here. They're a little too slow to catch up, I believe. The swarm hosts do move up and reposition. Oh, they might get caught out here. It looks like they are able to move back. I don't believe he lost any right there. Those locusts do go down. However, that's still, again, free damage. That one swarm host, I swear, it's the same eye as the Dragoon in StarCraft 1. These infestors are off on the wrong side. They don't need to be right there where it's a little bit weak. They need to get in the middle and the back so they can throw off these fungals. Beautiful fungal on the swarm host. However, it's not doing that much damage. And they're buried already, so I'm not sure that you need to do that until maybe they pick up. He does manage to pick off several of them, though. Oh, this one infestor is going to get picked off from there. These few roaches are going to swing in from the backside. They get fungaled, however, and they're not really going to be much of a problem. Oh, they do get to pick off one of these infestors, though. That's a bit annoying. However, the infestors are out of energy. They need to back off and just kind of stay alive so that they can accrue energy over again. And these swarm hosts are what is saving Stark right here. Just the efficiency of them, forcing Archon to either lose his army or pull back. And it looks like he's... Okay, I was about to say, he doesn't really want to go engage that again. He needs an answer for the swarm hosts. Let's see what he goes into. He is putting up the Ultra Cavern, powering out 12 more Hydras and a few more Infestors. +3/+3 is almost finished. He's getting up a defensive wall of Spine Crawlers to basically block off almost the entirety of this corner of the map here. That'll help him buy time if there are any counterattacks. And we also see the chitinous plating coming down for Stark, so he may be looking to go in Ultras as well. We also see a Greater Spire. So Broodlords may hit the field at some point. And actually, Broodlords are they've become so weak in both of the other matchups, just because Protoss, of course, now have Tempest, which 3-shot Broodlords, and Vikings take down Broodlords very quickly, in addition to, of course, the extreme DPS of Marines if they get underneath them. So, Broodlords may actually still be viable in ZvZ. He does get the cancel on this hatchery here. And that drone wisely burrows. Good move. That was a good bit of micro there. We do have a force moving in on Archon zone expansion. This is going to go down if he doesn't cancel it. He's going to be... Okay, good cancel. And that drone does go down. However, Archon's force is moving in. We are looking at a exclusively Roach army from Stark, while Archon is on Roach Hydra. Oh, no. Don't lose these investors. Those are far too expensive to lose. One does go down, the other one's going to go down as well. And he is working his way around to this other expansion, and it's vulnerable here. He could throw away his army to take down that expansion. He would lose a lot, though. It looks like he's going to try and get into the main. He's looking to take down some tech structures with this army. He knows he's going to lose it, so he's just trying to decide what does he want to buy with this army. And there's not that much in here for him to kill, and it looks like he gets an extractor that wasn't really even mining. He's going after a couple of macro hatches, and I'm not even sure he's going to get those. Half of Archon's force isn't even fighting, however. I'm not sure what in the world he's focusing on. That is a large amount of storm hosts. And it looks like these roaches are pretty much just wasted, which is definitely unfortunate. He could have got in and picked off, oh hell, I don't even know. There's not that much in here to pick off. He could have gone for the Evo Chambers, but it's not likely at this point that Archon would be using them. So he could have gone after maybe the spawning pool and then the hive. That would have slowed him down a bit, I believe. Maybe even... the best thing to find probably would have been the Ultra Cavern and then the hive, but he bypassed the natural and went straight into the main. So he was only able to pick off this extractor in the end. But we do have the Ultras out for Archon now. He's working on that melee upgrade, which is what he really needs to make these completely effective. They already have their +5 armor. We do have a march. Oh, we have the Roach hit squad coming in for Archon, but they are found very quickly. These locusts are forcing them back, and that is a lot of locusts. Holy Jesus! And we have bases just popping up all over the place for Stark. He is definitely wanting to stay in this game with his expansions. However, Archon's going to be able to pick these off. At least pick this one off with this force of roaches. While the swarm hosts are moving out, we do have corruptors coming in for air protection, as well as to transform into broodlords if he so desires. The ultra's going to move in there, going to catch him out of... No. Oh, this could be bad. Those locusts do a lot of damage, and there are so many of them. One ultra goes down, 2 ultras go down. All of these ultras are going to fall to these locusts. Every one of those ultras goes down. And there were only maybe a couple of swarmos killed in that engagement. Completely one-sided right there. And every single unit that these locusts take down, it's more free damage for Stark. And that is just the absolute power of these swarm hosts. And now if he's actually going to look to combine them with broodlords as well, I'm pretty sure that's got to be just the most cost-efficient composition in the entire game. These Funkos are going to lock these swarm hosts down. They're going to make sure that they're not going to move. One does fall to it. Corruption's going to go down. These corruptors are puking everywhere. A lot of late-night partying. And the locusts are going to finish this off. So we're looking at Archon still in a supply lead. Holy hell, 13 ultras in production right now. So we are about to see a lot of Ultralisk. A lot of armor, a lot of damage. And +2 melee on the way. So they may get a little bit more damage done now. However, again, these swarm hosts are just... There's so many of them, and it might I'm not sure what he could actually go into to combat them at this point. Just because Mutalisk would be maybe the easiest answer to get above them and just to pick them off without having to worry about the Locust. But Stark has air superiority with all of those Corruptors already, so it wouldn't really make much sense for Archon to go into Mutas here. He may just have to try and slow down the economy of Stark with these Ultras and buy enough time for him to get ahead economically so that he can just outpower him with these Ultralisks. Let's take a look at the upgrades real quick. Actually, I do not know the command key for upgrades. Failed. It is G. So we see, let's see. What is, I'm looking for the melee. Okay, so Stark is only on +1 melee. So if he does go into Broodlords, those Broodlings aren't going to do as much damage as they could in, oh my god, that is a lot of Ultras. With Hydras as backup as well. And we do have the Broodlords morphing in now. We have 7 of them. Holy fuck the Locusts. Can't engage into that. Oh no! 3 Ultras go down so fast. However, they are going to take down this base here. And there are a few of them that are very low on health. The Hydras are buying the Ultras time against these Locusts. The Ultralisks just need to bypass that and move straight into the base. And try and pick off some tech or some economy, because they cannot trade with this army of Stark. They absolutely cannot. There's just no way. Absolutely. So, holy shit. Basically, we have the super tanky army of Archon here, just looking to do shit tons of damage against the almost free army of Stark, who can just constantly make Broodlings, constantly make Locusts, and just doesn't even have to worry about anything else. We have a lot of Hydras. I think I saw 38 Hydras coming out for Archon, remaxing very quickly. And you can see already that the income for Stark is almost, it's 0. He has no Harvesters left. I missed entirely. It looks like that Roach hit squad was doing a billion damage, literally just a billion damage, in addition to the Ultralisk getting in there and doing a billion damage. So throwing away all of that, all of those units, absolutely fine to this free army of Stark, because he killed off his entire economy. Stark literally has no economy left. This is what he has on the screen. This is his army, and this will remain his army, at the very least for a long time. However, because he is using these free units, he has the ability to win against an opponent who continues to mine, who does have economy. Because these units that he has cost him nothing. Oh, the Locusts are going in the wrong direction. Correctly, though, he picks up and backs off. I'm not sure the Locusts are going to make it to do any damage. Are they going to turn around and sandwich him? No, they're going to keep going forward. They just don't have enough time left to do that. But another round is coming out very soon. Oh, the Locusts. They're getting in. They're going to do a lot of damage to these Hydras. So many are going down just so quickly to the 3/3 Locusts that cost nothing. Again, to remind you, they cost nothing for these Swarm Hosts to make. They are completely free units. The Broodlings are getting in as well. They're going to keep the Hydras pinned down as another wave of Locusts comes in. Positioning, economy, just nothing matters at this point. That was a good fungal, though. I like that approach. There just aren't enough infestors here to continue it, though. Infestors are expensive units as well, and almost all of those Hydras just fall to the Locust. There are simply too many. They are too strong. And he has plenty of Corruptors left to remain superior in the air. And Archon is down to 96 supply. He does have a lot of minerals in the bank, but there's not enough gas to get any the units that he needs. He just doesn't. He can't afford because of his gas income. And we see Stark has not lost anything in that engagement, nor has he made anything. He's decided that he is going to go with this army. To hell with economy. He doesn't need any minerals. He needs no gas because locusts are free, broodlings are free, and there's nothing really here to challenge the might of the Corruptors in the air, which are likely the weakest of all anti-air in the game. Corruptors, broken unit. Okay, that's not fair. But still, Archon did the right thing going with the Hydras there, I believe, but he just could not get past the Locusts to get to the Broodlords, to get to the Corruptors, to get to the Swarm Hosts. And he lost that entire army, so he's going to remax, or he's going to resupply on Zerglings with all of those minerals and just attempt to do a run by to get it, I guess, some buildings, but these Locusts are saying, no way, bro. Ain't happening. Not on my watch. The Locusts and the Broodlings are just going to town on this army, and again, Archon falls under 100 supply. However, we see that he is still mining. He still has income. He's still working with 56 harvesters, whereas Stark is not. So never say die until these bases are mined out, and there are a lot of bases. And really, Stark can't do anything in this game because he doesn't have the minerals to even make a new drone. So he cannot get his economy re-going. This is what he has for the rest of the game. This is it. Lots of overlords coming along with this. I wonder what this is for. Could we see maybe a swarm host drop coming in? Because that would be incredible. If that doesn't happen here, it needs to happen somewhere, and I need to see it. More likely, however, the overlords are for just to tank damage. Because Stark knows he cannot build anything else. He doesn't really need more overlords, so they're just going to go in there to try and cover over the swarm hosts and absorb any kind of Hydra damage, any Mutalisk if Mutalisks are there, anything like that. We do have an engagement. Some Ultras are coming in. They're going to be fighting these Locusts. Half of the swarm of Locusts have already moved down. So the Ultras do have the chance to come in and get some damage done. However, another wave is about to pop. And he should pull back from here. He cannot engage into this. Oh, the Locusts are doing so much damage. And these are fully upgraded Ultras now. And they fall like toothpicks to these things. Swarm hosts are just so strong if you can utilize them correctly. They're just incredible units. And the sad thing is the professional player anyway, who really tried to utilize the swarm host most as of late anyhow, was Stefano, who was trying to find the proper builds and the proper situations for swarm hosts. But unfortunately, he did retire in this past WCS Europe, where he lost horribly. So thank you, Stefano, for everything that you have given us, and enjoy the life of a partying Frenchman. So we did see that Stark lost a few units in that last engagement with the Ultras. And we've got another engagement coming down right now. More Roach Hydra with Infestor backup, but the Infestors, this fungal idea is a good idea, I believe, to lock down the Locust out of range. And I'm not actually sure what the range is. They have a range of 3, so the Hydras definitely outrange them. But there's just too many at this point. And there was a round of Locusts getting some damage done up here. It looks like he may have lost that base and remade it. But it will go down very shortly. The Locusts are about to pop. They're about to go up there. They're about to rain destruction down up this ramp. Bye-bye, Lings. Oh, the Lings are just too fast. I said GTFO, yo. Oh, can he catch them while they're unburrowed? He might be able to pick off a few here. Oh, so close. Not close enough, though. And there go the Lings. This is a very slow, very suffering death for Archon. Simply because Stark is unable to make anything else. This is all he has. If Archon can just break this army, that's all he has to do. He wins. All he has to do is break this army. He is continuing to mine. He's been on around 50 workers for a long time now. And Stark is just he's been unable to get in and actually do a lot of damage because his army is so slow. Run-bys, Ling run-bys, and things like that could do a lot of damage to his base. And if he loses that, well, then he loses. But being offensive with these units is very difficult. This hive is so low on health. That hatchery has plenty of health. That one's very low as well, though. So his main structures that have the most health, will take the longest to kill, are mostly already very, very low. So a Ling run-by could do a ton of damage at this point in just trying to bring down the structures. Because we are essentially in a base trade. Well, not quite a base trade, but a base trade scenario in that all Archon has to do is kill off his opponent's structures to win. Okay, which you have to do in every game. But my point being that if he could even just bypass this army, he could very well win. And it looks like he is. Wait a second. Oh my god, that is brilliant. Very, very, very cool attempt right there, Archon. I saw those drones moving across the map, and I thought it was just a misrally. But they were actually coming over here to turn into spine crawlers on top of this base. And I am very impressed with that. That was awesome. That was a very good attempt. But that right there lowers its health that much more. So, oh my god, the Banelings. I guarantee you these Banelings have their structure damage turned on. They are ready to blow the shit up out of Stark's base. And at this point, I'm certain he understands that Stark is unable to remax his army. Because otherwise, he would have steamrolled him by now. But Stark is hanging on in there very valiantly with this army, but it's just so hard for him to get out and actually put damage on for fear of losing his bases. Oh, and it looks like Archon's going to move in from the back. Can he catch these? Well, they're unburrowed. He does not. But there are Overseers in here. Can he get them before the Locusts get there? A lot of these... Oh, they're going down so fast. The Banelings doing a ton of damage. All the splash damage. There are so many Swarm hosts dying. I can't even think of the words to say at this point. But all those freaking Overseers go down. The Corruptors take them out, so the Swarm hosts can't even be targeted anymore. These Roaches are going to have to evacuate or die. And it looks like they are giving their life for the Swarm. One does try and get out, but it is not going to make it. Or maybe it will. Get out, guys. Run away. Oh, this is incredible. There are only a handful of swarm hosts left. Let's see. I thought I saw ultras there for a moment. Excuse me. Let's see. We only have 7 broodlords, 8 swarm hosts, and 10 corruptors left for Stark. That is his army for the rest of the game. But it looks like he's moving in now. He's getting aggressive with this army. He's decided he can put the boots to Archon. He will take down this hatch. That extractor will fall. And he will be moving forward after that. If Archon can just get something out. Looks like he's going to try and get some corruptors out. But that's not going to be enough to take down what Stark has. He still has 10 of those corruptors left himself. That's just not enough. He needs to be able to sneak around and get to Stark's bases. Get him out of position, because Stark is out of position, and just kill off those bases. The spine wall is just going to go down too quickly. Free units again. This is an amazing game. I have never seen swarm hosts utilized in ZvZ. At least not like this. I have seen situations where you use a few of them defensively, but this is pretty incredible. The corruptors are having their own little battle here, but 3 or 4 is just not enough. Stark definitely has air superiority and will continue to have it. Oh man, I feel like maybe just like a huge round of lings would do so much damage, but the larva's not there, the income's not quite there for how many he needs, and his supply is just plummeting at this point. Archon does still have 1 mining base left. He is continuing to get some gas income from here and long distance mining. But Stark's just he's getting that spoon just dug in, just dipping out portions of Archon one by one. The Locusts and the Broodlings are going to town now on the main, and he's just not going to have that much tech left over. If maybe he could just get a big round of lings and counterattack with those. Oh, he's rebuilding a spawning pool. That's very intelligent. He knows that's all he needs is just to get something quick over to Stark's base to pick off these buildings. There are still a good number of them left, though. I'm not sure if he could even win the base trade scenario. But he is trying to retake the top left portion of this map just to stay alive and just to keep mining, which is also a good idea. Just because Stark's army is very, very slow. The hive will fall, though. These hatcheries will fall. Everything in this base will fall to the power of these locusts. Swarm hosts are just so mean. That is a lot of larvae, though. It's very unfortunate. They're going to remain unspent and likely die. But there is enough here to keep him from being able to move up and attack that top left corner anytime soon. So we see the counterattack now. Finally, some roaches coming in for Archon. He's going to pick off this hatchery and he's going to move over to the extractors, and then he's going to be looking at getting up into this natural. He's going to go straight for the natural. He's going to look for some tech structures to pick off. Which it doesn't, at this point, it really doesn't matter what he chooses to attack, because Stark cannot make anything else. He can't even make a drone to make anything else. So he's sending the corruptors back in. What are they going to do, though? They can attack the roaches. They can, however, attack these overseers and prevent him from being able to spot the swarm hosts as the swarm hosts move back up. So Stark is going to get in there. He's going to pick off this small force. There's going to be nothing Archon can do about it. He just needs to continue to focus down these buildings. as quickly as he can. Just pick off everything that he can manage to before these die. And then just continue mining. He has built up quite a bank of gas here from that top left corner, while he still has the 2 extractors down in the bottom left, which if Stark wants to win this game, he has to pick those off as well. So with this very slow army he has to actually get up from the top left all the way down to the bottom left again. So Archon is still in this entirely. Oh, very nice burrow move. I like that. He does manage to save 2 of these roaches. Maybe they can get in there and do a little bit more damage now. There is 1 overseer. 1 overseer left for Stark. And he is going to be moving up to the top left now. He's going to attempt to finish this game. But I love that burrow move. That was very, very beautiful. However, Stark intelligently sends the Broodlords back to deal with this, and these 2 roaches are not going to be able to survive this. Even if he does do the burrow again, he can just leave a Broodlord or 2 back here to finish that off. The Locusts are going to move in. The Corruptors are going in. They're going to kill off a bunch of Overlords. The Locusts are going to move in. They're going to take down this hatchery and the drones. The drones need to evacuate. Maybe even go bottom left or down here to the bottom right where he's already expanded once again. Archon is hanging on in this game. He is doing a beautiful job of it. And Stark is forced to pull back again to protect those buildings from another wave of roaches. This extractor is going to go down. So Archon knows definitively now that all he has to do is eliminate these buildings. He just go around the army if that's at all possible, and just continue to pick them off. If he could just pick off that 1 overseer. Oh no, they're going to get seen. The overseer manages to catch them. They do pop out of the ground, but they're just going to get caught by all these broodlings. The broodlings manage to box them in, but they do manage to get out. They are going to pick off this extractor before they go down. Oh, can they get anything else, though? It doesn't look like it. They are going to fall to these broodlings. There's not much left up in here for him to... There's nothing left up in here for him to take down. He does manage to get a few shots off at that Hydrogen, however, which is any damage he can put on is perfect. He needs every little bit he can do. So those 2 extractors down here are vital at this point in this base trade scenario, where Stark has this extremely immobile army, having to actually go and take down every one of these buildings, and Archon has intelligently moved all over the map, from the bottom right corner to the top left corner to the bottom left corner. He's just everywhere now. However, Stark, it looks like he's just going to kind of sit at home and wait for this next wave to come in and try to defend. And really, there's nothing he can do. There's not a whole lot he can do. Archon could, at this point, just try to drone up and get ahead so he can make another big wave and maybe get by some of these units and pick off more buildings. It looks like that's going to be his best bet, but he does get supply blocked here. And the resource count isn't his biggest enemy right now. It's the larva production. There's no queen at 2 of the bases he has. No queen down here either. So there's only 1 queen for 4 bases right now. So it's really slowing down his larva production. These roaches are going to get in. They're going to get attacked by these broodlords, however. They do manage to slip right by, but there's just nothing up here for him to kill off. So it would have been much, much better for him to go straight after these structures down here. The broodlords, the swarmhosts do come back in. The overseers come over to help out. His own overseer is going to go down so quickly. The roaches need to just focus on this Hydroden. It's already rebuilt some of the health that it had before. They need to stop focusing on these locusts. There we go. He's going to try and take down the Hydroden before the roaches fall down. I believe he will get it. And now, next time he comes in, he knows that there's no structures up in the main base. He can actually just target these two here. And I think that's actually all that Stark has left. That is the last two structures Stark has. Everything else has fallen to these little roach harass. Every time Stark moves out, Archon slips in with another small force and picks another building off. And now Stark has to correctly identify how he needs to actually attack this, because if he moves out again, those roaches are going to be able to slip right in and they're going to target down another building. And then it's going to happen all over again. Oh, but look at all these banelings. There are a ton of them. Do they have speed, I wonder? I wonder. We shall see in a moment. Stark is moving his locusts out. There's nothing really here for them to attack, but it looks like he's just being cautious. We may see a baneling drop. Oh, we are going to see a baneling drop. I love this play. There are a lot of corruptors in there. It looks like the idea was a baneling drop. Oh, those banelings are going down so quickly, though. The locusts are doing a ton of damage. Can they manage? Yeah, they're going to get in there. There's no overseer, so the swarmos are fine. They're going to kill the structures, though. Oh, my God! Holy shit. 50 health. There was 50 health left on that greater spire. One more baneling. One more baneling. Holy shit. Did you just see that? That was incredible. Okay, let's keep this going. Okay. One more baneling would have killed that off. Okay, here come the lings now. All they got to do is get like a few hits on that greater spire, and this game is over. Student will triumph over Master. Can he do it? He's going to stream. Oh, the Locusts die at just the worst time. But they do pop again, so they might be able to get by. A few lings do manage to get by them, though. And it goes down! Archon is victorious. This game was absolutely incredible. Cannot believe that this game went that way. I have never seen that before. Holy shit. That was a lot of fun. That was a long ZvZ too, and it came down to the free army of Stark versus the mining economy of Archon, and it just turned into a huge epic after that. Stark trying so hard to defend and attack at the same time with a very slow but very strong army. And in the end, once he got caught in that catch-22 where he couldn't even make a drone to start mining again, he had absolutely no way of actually coming back. That would have been a very, very, very hard comeback with the units that he had, especially on this map. Maybe if there was a map where he could actually get around the outside edges with those broodlords and just bomb in attacks from there, he may have had an easier chance. But definitely, this was by far one of my favorite ZvZs that I have seen in a long time. It was a lot of fun. Thank you, Archon. Thank you for sending that to me. And if you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, leave them below. There will be more StarCraft 2 action coming, and like I said, those other games will be coming out shortly as well. I think that's all I have. So this is GamerGenusTV signing out. We will be bringing you more action. Tune in. Follow me on Twitter at BlytheTorment. And if you have anything you want to send over, any replays that you would like cast yourself, send them over to GamerGenusTV at gmail.com. Good stuff, guys. Thank you. Peace.